Welcome back into the QB Huddle podcast. It is Tuesday afternoon, and that means we are live. And this week we are doing something a little different. We are welcoming back Mr. Brandon Newey to the show, and of course, still joined by Lowe, produced by New Era Media. Man, Brandon, it's been a minute. How the heck are you, buddy?
Man, it's good to be back with the squad, man. I got the feels again, hands sweaty a little bit, right? Forgot how to do this live podcast stuff, but man, you two have been absolutely crushing it, man. You guys have been great, great segments, great reels, man. It's a lot of fun that you guys are doing. I'm fired up, but man, I'm fired up to just jump back in this thing, even if it's for just a little bit of time. Life has really been crazy for me, as you guys know. Little Roman's getting into his athletic mode. So we got baseball, we got golf in summer and fall. Then he's going to hop into hoops in the winter and then flag football in the spring. So looking forward to that. But man, I've pretty much been like an Uber service for this kid, just with snacks and sideline chairs. His last baseball game is going to be in November 1st. So, I should have some flexible time to appear on these shows, man, because you guys have been crushing it. So kudos to you and thanks for having me back.
Well, we appreciate the compliment. I don't know if we've been crushing it. We've been trying to. We are syndicated this year on allaccessfootball.com, and we are in talks with another group and should have news by Sunday morning pregame with another group that we will be working with and actually be able to go out of a studio on Sunday mornings when we do our pregames. But Brandon, we are so happy to have you back. We hope that this is more of a full-time thing because you bring a lot to the show, especially when it comes to 49er talk. And on that subject, finally, the 49ers have lost again. And I want to know from you, how did they get the 5 wins? How are they playing well without Mac Jones? And then how did they lose to the bum-ass Texans?
Well, see, we'll talk about the Texans a little later, right? I think that was more of a D'Amico motivation. But right now, we're sitting at 5-3. We're still number 1 in the division. We're clawing, man. We've lost so far. I would put 2 words into this whole season: injury bug. Right? It's the injury bug. We got 12 key players out. 12. Okay.
Sounds like
not a bug, man. That's an infestation, right? We need to figure this out because we're aging like fine wine. We're aging. The only problem is, man, fine wine can't blitz, tackle, or run slants. So we're in trouble, fellas.
That window's closing, isn't it? That window's closing for y'all.
We're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. But I will say, as a Niner fan, I love to see the fight. I love to see the dog mentality. I think this is some of Kyle's best coaching that he's done in his era, right? Because he has to figure some things out, make adjustments. But we're not going to talk about the Texans thinker. This is before that, right? So on to the next 5-3. We just got to control it, and we'll be all right.
Well, we'll dive into that game a little bit later on. You know how we do this. We're going to give out some awards today. We had some QBs that were simply on fire. We had some garbage juice quarterbacks as usual. But we had one kind of Brady moment. But I feel this guy that we're going to talk about really deserves some love because we've been digging on him all season. So we'll have some fun with that. And then let's talk about injuries quickly. Lamar Jackson did not play this coming Sunday. The Ravens were still able to get a win. However, Lamar Jackson back. He's back at practice. He's going to start playing again. Let me ask you guys both your opinion here. With 2 wins on the season and Lamar coming back, the Steelers just losing a big game. Actually, that's 2 games in a row the Steelers have dropped, maybe 3. Do the Baltimore Ravens have a chance to crawl back into this thing? Lo, I'll go with you first.
I think they do. Like I said, they found kind of I told you, I talked about on the pregame, they were going to find kind of this new age, this simplified Ravens offense, get back to the basics and allow Snoop to move around. He was running left and right, incompletions or not. He's moving. They looked better. Derrick Henry gets back on track. They're kind of back to their identity, and now you plug in Lamar, should be a missing piece. I don't know if it's enough to catch up within the division. You're going to have some tough games. Pittsburgh, Joe Flacco's not a pushover. The Browns, other than their defense, that should be pretty simple. But I think the Ravens can climb back out of it, but you're going to need some MVP Lamar. You're going to need some big-time Lamar.
Okay. What do you think, Brandon? Are they completely dead, or are they back in it now with that win over Chicago this weekend and Lamar coming back?
I don't think they're dead. I think it's a weak division right now. I mean, they're all just beating up on each other. Steelers have taken back-to-back losses, one to a divisional opponent. We just had Cleveland lose again, and they're sitting in the driver's seat. Hamstrings are unpredictable though, right? And so, but if Lamar gets back, we all know what it looks like. And so to have Snoop come in and just help navigate the offense the way it used to look, really rely on the run and some of the play action he's doing. He's really relying on Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews this week. So I think they continue to build on it.
All right. Well, I guess you guys both think that they're still, somewhat maybe it could possibly. Lauren's not as sure. I don't think they're going to be able to crawl back in it. I think that they'll win games and make it exciting, but so many losses early in the season, I think is going to hurt them. I don't know. That's just how I look at it.
So it's too late, huh? You're saying it's too late?
I don't think it's too late. That division's too weak, Tim.
I think it's too late. I think the Steelers will catch back up. I think they went through a little low. I think they'll come back. And the Bengals probably will win more games than you think with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Be Frank, our producer, Lo, wants you to scoot back from your camera just a little bit. If you haven't seen that message, so scoot back from the camera just a little bit. I don't know why.
I did earlier.
Brother.
Okay, all right. Michael Penix is out. He's got that bruised knee. We were kind of excited Sunday morning to see what Kirk Cousins was going to do, and it was much ado about nothing. He did hit Kyle Pitts a few times, which is good, but otherwise Kirk Cousins didn't do much. He looked like an old guy that hadn't played football for a while. So you hope Michael Penix will be back soon. Bryce Young was out with an ankle. I'll tell you what, I don't know if either of you watched any of the Bills-Panther game. But speaking of old guys that haven't played for a while, the old redheaded Jesus was not very good. Andy Dalton looked rough and looked like he wanted the day to come to an end as quick as possible when he was on the bench. And then the last one we got to talk about, two more we got to talk about. Washington, they are still without Jaden Daniels. I thought he was going to play last night. He didn't. Marcus Mariota didn't. Not looking good. So Jaden Daniels, for the sake of Washington, please get back as quickly as you can. And 49er land, Brock Purdy, is he in or is he out this week? Are you bringing him back? Or are you still wheeling out Mac Jones, who's like on one leg at this point?
Man, sit Brock down, man. He's dealing with a turf toe, and if you've ever had turf toe, it wrecks careers. It does. Like, it's not a toe. It's just every plant is pain. If you just make that subtle movement, you're back to square one. So I feel like right now, Mac Jones has been holding it down. He's been getting beat up, right? But we have another guy, Adrian Martinez, potentially could come in, a more athletic kid, the MVP of the UFL. I think you sit Brock on ice and let's figure out how we can just navigate the waters to get, the division. That's just my thoughts.
All right. So you just want to continue to abuse Mac Jones like the Vikings have abused.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, luckily for Carson Wentz,
we
gotta
spend some time on this. Yes, no. Last week he touched on this pregame, Tim. You got to get out of this victim mentality. Backup quarterbacks, this is what they do.
He's a baller.
This is what you got. You didn't get paid to be the starter. You got paid to go earn a job.
Tell him, Lo.
Yeah, he's banged up, but that's what comes with it.
Are you hurt or are you injured?
I mean, I get you. I guess. I don't know.
He's hurt, but he ain't injured.
You just I feel like we're just using the backup quarterback. I mean, Carson Wentz was out there with a broken shoulder, and they said, hey, man, we just need you to play for a few more weeks. We know we don't have an offensive line, but you'll be all right. You're playing for the contract. Just go out there. And now it's to the point he can't even play, and J.J. McCarthy is being rushed back to the field this weekend, which is why I have the JJ jersey on. I don't think it's going to be well for him in Detroit. We'll talk about that on Sunday. But JJ is back, so he is not on my injury report. I'm excited. JJ's back. Y'all just leave him alone. Let's get into the next thing. We got recaps of what happened over the weekend. We'll run through this briefly because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Dallas versus Denver. I'll let you two weigh in here in a minute. I said this on Sunday, and I'm going to repeat it. When the Cowboys play a primetime game and Dak Prescott is playing against a team that is over 500 and needs to keep up with a good quarterback and offense on the other side, he typically fails. And he failed on Sunday. So did the defense. I'll give you that. So did the run game. I'll give you that. But Dak was awful. He did not show up as an MVP. If you're an MVP, you rise above and you turn that into a game. He was not able to turn that into the game. It was a bad performance by everybody. But to me, Dallas just laid a complete egg, and I said it would happen because of the circumstances. Prime time, above 500 ball club on the road, and Dak had that look in his eyes of, holy shit, these lights are bright. This game's important, and we threw it all away, all gone down the hill for the Dallas Cowboys. Still just a 3-win team. So you guys have fun. Brandon, you look like you want to talk about this. You're eager to discuss it, so go ahead.
I'm not really eager to discuss any Cowboy news, but when they lose, it's kind of funny because you all get this hypeness, right? You guys tied the Green Bay Packers, and then Dak is having this MVP year, and then you have this second-year kid, Bo Nix, come in and throw for 4 TDs to 2 actual rookies who combined for 4 TDs, Franklin and Harvey. They moved to 6-2, and they really control their playoff lane. I mean, despite Kansas City getting a little bit hot, they got a balanced offense, clean execution. You know, they say with Bo Nix, you know, your second year, you struggle as most QBs. He struggled in the past, but man, he has overcome adversity time after time after time, and he's just got grit. And that's what you love about it, and I feel like his teammates really turned to that. As far as Dak Prescott, you know, 2 turnovers with 2 INTs and 36% on third down, you can't do that, right? That's a natural disaster for losing. And so it was a reminder that the Cowboys still don't handle adversity very well.
At all. Especially number 4. And before I turn over to Lowe, I told him this earlier today off camera, and I'm going to say it on camera so everybody knows. There are 2 things I will never, ever forgive the Cowboys organization for. The first thing is sleeping on Sean Payton and letting him out the door and continuing to push the Bill Parcells head coach narrative. The second thing I'll never forgive them for is not giving Tony Romo back his job in 2016 in Week 10 when he was healthy to quarterback the team that was built for him to have an actual shot to go to the Super Bowl. And we watched Dak melt down against the Packers and play good in garbage time in that fourth quarter and bring them back. But really, they were never close to coming back. Anyway, that's my spiel because Sean Payton just whipped us again. We haven't beat the Broncos in 20 years. And that's real. We have not beat them since 1995. We are an 0-8 to the Broncos since 1995. So go ahead, Lo, have your fun, and segue into your game, the Patriots.
I will, but I am going to spend some little bit of nugget on this one. Finally, and you're still doing it, Tim, but I'm going to preach this into this. I'm going to speak this into existence because that's what the solution is, in my opinion. Everyone points at Jerry. Everyone says this, that, and the third. This is Dak Prescott's team. He is the highest paid quarterback since 1970. He's the highest paid loser on the. I'm sorry. Like, you don't get credit for losing, and you have to be held accountable. Come on, Dak. This is the time where I expected Cowboys fans to be like, you know, it's Dak's fault, and it's not. They're saying kind of the same approach as you, Tim. Well, the Cowboys lost. We didn't do this. No. We need to hone in and look at a 19 for 31 day, under 200 yards passing, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions with what they say, the best wide receiver duo in the league? Negative. Sorry. No. This is not until the quarterback helps get them the ball and finally came out. Dak was due for the game. I said it. I've been saying it. He's due for a Dak-like performance. You did agree with that, Tim. So here it was. There's the egg. But all I'm saying is we can't baby that egg. We need to crack it. We need to let the world know this is Dak Prescott's fault. If this is an MVP type team, then there you go. Without your MVP, you're going to lose 44-24. That's what I'm hearing when you actually play talent. So be an MVP that they're talking about, Dak, or I'm sorry, bro. You need to be bumped out of this tower wherever he was in that Tim's tower. Sorry.
I'm going to go in. I'm going to go one more. The interception he threw before the half, you know, some people might say, oh, no big deal. You know, you're trying to score. He was trying to take a shot. Bullshit. We have Brandon Aubrey on the field, on the team. He was in Aubrey range. You protect the football and settle for the 3 if that's what you have to do. You don't throw in the double coverage down the middle of the field. That was a rookie mistake. And I've seen rookies not make that mistake. Come on, bro. You're the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and you threw the dumbest pass of the day. Like it blew my mind when he just threw up the lollipop interception. When you have Aubrey ready to kick a 70-yarder without hesitation, and you're right in the game, by the way, if you get that field goal. So okay. Oh,
14
now you got me fired up, man. I want to go nuts.
Oh, I was happy, and I hate being a Cowboys hater, but you know what? I am, and there's got to be, the key word is accountability. Hold Dak accountable. You're trying to give him credit for losses of playing well, then hold him accountable when he doesn't play well with a big time loss, a 20-point loss.
That's a big time loss, man.
It is a big loss.
Come on. So let's segue into what wasn't a big time loss. That was a chance
to put yourself in the conversation.
Yeah. And what conversation are we talking about? Oh, I know. The Drake May conversation.
Oh,
that's what we're talking about. The Drake May conversation. Oh. They played the Cleveland Browns. This is my game. This is what we're talking about. There's no overreacting. I've been quiet because I didn't want to overreact. Drake May is playing like an MVP right now. Through week 8, whatever, he is playing like an MVP. Look it up. The voters are here and there, left and right. He won this game and let Myles Garrett had a career day. Still put up great numbers against, the Browns are the Browns, let's be real. But their defense is not something to slouch on.
Top nine.
So, dude, he had an interception. I didn't like it. 18 for 24. He threw the pick before any other touchdowns. Comes back, like I said, Tim, over 250 and 3 touchdowns. That's what we needed. He delivered 3 touchdowns. 280, only 24 passes. He makes good decisions. Henderson's starting to come alive. This team is rolling. They're under great leadership. Yes, Myles Garrett had a day, a career day. But listen to the words if you didn't have it. Producer, I know we don't got the clip, but maybe for a pregame or go back and check it. But Myles Garrett said some very, very nice words about Drake May's performance. A kid that's going to be great. A kid that's showing he's already stellar. Sure, am I a little overhyped? Absolutely. But I don't know. He ain't the next Tom Brady. Stop looking for that. We're not going to find one. But we got ourselves a franchise quarterback that holds himself accountable. That's a shot at Dak. But Vrabel's there also to hold him accountable. So I like it. It was a great game. Dylan Gabriel, on the other hand, not terrible, but we see what we're getting from him. 2 picks, 2 TDs, sub 180 yards, I think. Lots of incompletions. I'm still yelling for Shador. That's just me. But yeah, Drake May, MVP. If y'all tuned into this game, feel free. But I know a lot of people just kind of browsed over it because the Patriots were expected to win, and we won.
Well, you were expected to win. I'll go, and then Brandon can go because Brandon's got his own segue into his game that happened, which I can't wait to talk about.
Yes.
Drake May was really impressive to come out, kind of struggle in that first half and put up 3 tutties in the third quarter. That's a veteran quarterback. That's what veteran quarterbacks do. And he's playing with a cool and a calm collectiveness about him. I think he's in a great situation with Mike Vrabel being there as the head man because that team is very disciplined. New England is making noise, and Buffalo should be worried because New England is for real in that division, and they may not just have a easy walk to the division championship and playoffs now the way Buffalo's been playing. Cleveland, Myles Garrett certainly probably wishes he wasn't in Cleveland anymore, but 5 sacks, great day for him, but not enough because New England found a way to get it done. And hats off to Drake May. I don't know if he's an MVP, but he's playing great.
Listen, what I was most impressed about Drake May is how he finished. I mean, when you got a guy like Myles Garrett who was unstoppable with 5 sacks breathing down your neck, and you manage to still fight it out, get it done, 3+ TDs. I think he is very impressive, Tim. I think, he's already showing poise beyond a rookie. When the lights are bright, the kid doesn't flinch. And that's something I really look at. Even despite, really not being the best on third down, they just found ways to win. They found ways to grind it out. I think if you start to look at New England as a whole, it really starts from the top. I mean, it's Mike Vrabel, man. He instills discipline. He's got these boys really focused, and maybe it's his Patriot way of having fun, right? But he did this with Tennessee during his tenure early. I just think, right now Cleveland's offense is just fighting itself. I mean, protection, continuity, decision-making. I mean, we heard Grant Dolpett, the free safety for the free safety for the Cleveland Browns say, man, I forgot what it was like to win. And this guy came from LSU, where it was a national championship team, one of the best, right? And so they really need to focus in on who's going to be their guy. And if Cleveland does have a quarterback, they got to step up. I know Shador's in the doghouse right now, but somehow, some way, somebody's got to take a step forward and grab that position by the nuts and lead their guys, because with a defense like that, to be honest, that's a Super Bowl defense. That's the kind of defense you want, right? Just give me a chance, bro.
Yeah. It has been.
They've been good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Shador needs an opportunity, man. It needs
an
opportunity.
They need
and I'm sorry, here's a nugget. You give him an opportunity because of what he's done in college. He's played a lot of football. I knew you said it off camera. You got to have a lot of snaps, right? Some of these QBs don't have a lot of snaps. McCarthy, just saying. But you look at Drake May, man, 2022, Drake May led the NCAA in total offense, 5,000 yards. Like, people don't talk about certain things that people do in college because it doesn't translate.
Right.
Some of which is play football. And Shador has some. I'm sorry, I don't know how he still hasn't had an opportunity
Gabriel's
to
played
show.
a lot of football.
Well, I think we're a little skeptical of North Carolina quarterbacks to begin with, because not a lot of them have succeeded besides this kid.
Well,
Yeah,
Dylan's played a lot of
Drake
football.
May shattered Sam Howell and Mitchell Trubisky's records while he was there. So they're getting better coming out of college. And I was with you like, oh, hell, another North Carolina quarterback. But the Patriots were with it. I bucked into it too. So I like it. The Browns, though, have been a topic on all of our shows.
I don't disagree that Shador at this point should go in and play. What I will say is I think people are going to be really surprised and looking for excuses as to why Shador goes in and the offense isn't going to look a lot different than it does with Dylan Gabriel. You may get more shots downfield. You may get some more turnovers. You may get some 20-yard sacks. But other than that, the offense is not – I mean, he's played a lot of football. He's still a rookie on the Browns, which are not a good team. They don't have a good offensive personnel around them. So no matter who you roll out there at quarterback, it's not going to look great. I know there's a cult of people that want Shador to be the guy. No matter where Shador was, you would want him to start because he's Shador. He's the son of Deion Sanders. We all want to see what that looks like. I hope people aren't expecting him to come out and throw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and just be unbelievable, because it's not going to happen in Cleveland. They're not a very good football team.
I don't think it's just the idea of Coach Prime having his son play. I think it's the proof in the pudding. That kid's a winner, right?
Yeah.
He had some.
They didn't win it. They didn't win at Colorado.
They had 10 wins. That's the first 10-win season since '97.
I get it,
What
but
are we talking about?
They won 2 games in 2 years prior to him getting there.
Okay, so they won more in Colorado than they had won previously.
Here's
They went to the playoff or went to the national title game or something. Come on.
I do agree with you on that, Shador. Like, we're all going to want him to play. But the issue is, I think if we change that narrative to we all want to see Shador play if the opportunity presented itself, there's been ample opportunities in Cleveland.
I agree.
Let him spin.
Kevin Stefanski does not want him.
Well, you got to think. You draft him in the 3rd round. Normally, when you draft a guy in the top 3 rounds, you want to see it through for at least a year or so to really determine that. I feel like Dylan Gabriel right now is only averaging 4.5 a passing attempt, right, as far as yards go. And it's not really that good, right? You need to be at least a 7 or 8, right? He doesn't push the ball down the field very much. Jarrett Jeudy has literally gone dark, and he came off of one of his best years with Joe Flacco, an aging quarterback who just stands there and throws. So I don't really think it has to do with anything with their offense. They got young rookie running backs. They got some explosive receivers on the outside. They got an explosive tight end in Njoku and another guy that came in, that rookie. I just really feel like it determines who can deliver the mail effectively.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. Just give us a chance.
I think he's a little better than Gabriel. I think he's a little bit better and more equipped than Dylan Gabriel, but he's not going to come in and Drake May this thing. I don't know, man.
Rumor has it that if the season continues, rumor out there is Shador will be starting the last 4 to 5 games.
Which is stupid. He should go in now.
Bailey Zappi may be the backup. Bailey Zappi, somebody Stefanski.
That was just for this week to see if they could, beat the Patriots. They know the.
Okay. Now he's back in the practice squad, huh?
We've gotten way off track. I got to bring this thing back because we are way off track and going long. So now
let's talk about that bum.
We got to reel it in. We got to get this into the 49ers losing to the bum ass Texans. Tell us what happened.
All right.
Floor is yours, 49er faithful.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
This is a home game. This is a home game for DeMeco Ryans versus his former team that he coached. Right, he had this game circled. Right, Houston played with emotion. They had a plan. The very first drive, they held onto the ball for over 10 minutes. I mean, we didn't get the ball. Our first possession was with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Over 475 yards of offense. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. The Niners were 33% on third down. Will Anderson dominated up front. I've never seen a performance like that from a defensive end outside of Myles Garrett, but the guy is just a motor, right? So we basically fielded our team with a skeleton crew with 12 starters out and kept it competitive into the fourth, right? We didn't just get blown out, Tim, like the Cowboys did, right? We kept it close, but it says a lot about our coaching and culture, man. This team needs bodies back soon. That's the bottom line. I mean, the fact is, I'm shocked we're 5-3 because the games that we won that were close, we would have lost those last year, 2 years ago. So right now, man, just hold the guard. 26-15, no big deal. We come back, we'll fix it. No biggie.
I think this one just seems like it hurt. It looks like it hurts a little bit more because this is one of the ones in the last few weeks you're supposed to win. But the other games you fought through and you won, and we thought, in some
brother, who do we have?
You won other games with nobody.
I know. I didn't expect to win those games.
Even we kept picking against you.
I'm thinking we're getting a top 5 pick next year. I mean, I'm just like, oh shit, we won. Oh, wow.
That Mac 10 was
hey man,
firing.
Mac 10 still firing. He's got a little pistol shooter right now. He's getting hit every play. But the fact is, we're still number 1 in that division. We're still undefeated in the West. So we go ahead and play that out. We have an opportunity. Our schedule is weak enough to where we can maximize those. We just got to get guys healthy.
Top 5, right? Top 5 easiest schedules,
easiest schedule in the league, man. It's supposed to win this, but hey, kudos to the Texans.
Okay,
I hate CJ Stroud, so don't give him no kudos.
You're not an Ohio State fan. I think that's what the problem is. That's what the problem is.
I don't like Justin Fields. I like their receivers. I just don't like their quarterbacks.
Jeez. Well, let's move on from that game. I think we've let Brandon have enough sorrow today about his 49ers. I want to touch on this game, and then we're going to move on to our awards for the week. Lo, you and I were on Sunday morning. We talked about the Sunday night game. Aaron Rodgers, hey, remember me game? It really wasn't. It was a Jordan Love, hey, Aaron Rodgers, I'm the man now game. But we picked the Steelers to kind of run through Green Bay. We didn't think Jordan Love could keep up, is what we said. And we are getting drug on the TikTok on some of our shorts for that, as we should. But hey, remember, most of those people are probably Packer fans. When we're predicting these games, it's really 50-50. Let's be honest. Right? It's 50-50. Anything can happen, especially in the NFL. But boy, Green Bay came out looking to make a statement maybe because that defense was looking good. The offense, Jordan Love looked great. He had all kinds of completions. We'll talk about him a little bit later. But Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers did not look good. I was disappointed. Were you disappointed as I was? Because I was disappointed.
I was, but not in Rodgers, man. I wasn't disappointed in Rodgers. I was disappointed in kind of the Steelers, how they kind of fell off. I mean, Green Bay scored 21 points in the fourth. So you were winning this game. You were, like throwing short to DK. And I think this is one of the ones that just got away from them. And it's because Jordan Love caught, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, later. He's got to be in there. But he caught some fire, man. And I just, it wasn't. That ending fourth quarter didn't go to Rodgers. It kind of he drank Brett Favre's secret stuff, the same stuff that Rodgers used to have access to. But sorry, you're not a Packer no more. So Rodgers had it, or Love had it. He showed out, man. He showed out.
Yeah, there were way too many incompletions and then field goals. Like there was a lot of drop balls from the Steelers, and then you settled for field goals too often early, which really hurts you. Brandon, did you have a chance to watch that game? Your Sundays are usually pretty filled. Did you have a chance to watch it? And what were your expectations going into it? And what did you come away with after watching Jordan Love go crazy?
This is the chain of the guard. Just a change of the guard here. I was really excited about this game. I forgot it was even on. I was like, oh man, this is This is one of those games that I hope Aaron Rodgers just turns back the clock a little bit and just makes him eat their words, right? I'm thinking he's going to throw for 4+ TDs, no biggie. They were just flat. Yeah. They were flat, even though he still had an efficient game. I think what really hurt them was the 4 field goals Boswell made from 50+. I mean, we got to convert those into some touchdowns, guys. We're getting this down the field, but we're kind of running dry there. I think Jordan Love was very decisive in rhythm. You saw a little bit of that Aaron Rodgers-esque type of ability that Rodgers has taught him. But, man, they just made key plays. And I also think right now, even though Rodgers played well enough, those 3 sacks was high leverage situations with Michael Parsons and some of those defensive linemen in those crucial moments. So the Steelers defense is looking like they're running out of gas faster than expected, and the age is really showing on that defense.
I think offensively, you touched on it too, man. Offensively, I did get the vibe, and I don't want to make excuses for Aaron, but I don't know if that offense can keep up when Aaron wants to turn on that gas and like, you know what, we need to go. It kind of seems like he has more of the energy sometimes and he's more invested.
Right.
That offense, that those receivers and DK, and you know, DK's always been a product of the quarterback, but you need one of those energy guys. Like you're feeling the Pickens miss because he's that energy when he catches the ball.
Correct.
Najee Harris on a 6-yard but brutal run. You're feeling those things, you know, as opposed to Warren, you know, getting 6 yards. Like that feeling wasn't there. And you said it best. I didn't even think of it that way. This was probably truly the changing of the guard.
Yep.
This is the validating. I know it's 2.5 years later almost, but 3 almost actually. This was you're the next Green Bay quarterback. It's validated. Rodgers approves. The transition is done. It sucks that he had to be there, but Rodgers did the same thing to Favre. It's the Packer way. They got their next guy.
Over 40 years, 36 years, guys, and they've only had 3 quarterbacks. That's crazy. Meanwhile,
it's pretty nuts.
Meanwhile, they hit 40.
Freaking Cleveland's recycling quarterbacks. Like they take out the damn trash every Tuesday.
So in Chicago. And to be fair, most teams in the NFL are. There's a few teams that have gotten lucky, but man, there's the Packers are blessed beyond measure when it comes to quarterbacks. It's not fair. And Jordan,
I don't know if it's blessed, Tim. Give them credit. Give them credit.
They develop quarterbacks very well, man.
Well, they did. I will tell you what, though. I mean, considering looking all the way back to Roger Staubach, where you went from Staubach to a couple of, jokers in there, just a couple of them that I remember that neither one of you guys would remember. That then we went to Brett Favre, directly to Aaron Rodgers, directly to Jordan Love. That's insane.
Since the 90s, man, they've been good.
Yeah,
it's actually
they've been set at quarterback since 1990.
Yeah, it's been
original quarterback club.
It's really unfair. And Jordan Love made some of those Aaron Rodgers type throws last night, right? The lob to Watson down the middle of the field, where you're just like, that was luck. But it's not luck. It's something that they
effortless dart throw that they do. Just the last.
It looked like you were shooting a free throw. It was crazy.
Front foot throw, that pop off the front foot. Mm-hmm.
So let's get into awards. We got to give some awards away. We're running out of lunchtime for folks, hopefully enjoying the show over the lunch. We've got some quarterbacks on fire. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Holy moly. The first one is Jalen Hurts. And I don't want to talk about him, so I'm going to let Brandon talk about it because it makes me sick.
My man is 26-2. 26-3. In his last starts, man. That guy just gets it done. He's got ice in his veins, 15 to 20, 179 yards, 4 TDs, no picks. He had the highest passer rating at 141.5. I mean, dude, it's not much to say. As many as haters as he has, he's clutch when it matters, right? He's always always making the right decisions, right? And his job is to what, Tim? Get his team in the end zone. That is how you will be judged. Passing stats and touchdowns don't matter. Your job as a quarterback is to get your team in the end zone. And there's no one better than him right now doing it.
Well, as you say, passing stats don't matter. He actually now has 15 touchdowns to 1 interception as second in the NFL.
Anything you got to say?
Out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere.
Anything you want to say on that, Tim?
Well, I mean, just a few weeks ago, the dude had 100 yards in an entire game. So I don't understand how you can go from looking like a middle school player to being number 2 in the NFL.
It's all from the neck up, dude.
It's,
He's here.
Anyway,
He's here.
Go ahead, Lo. You've got a guy to talk about who was on fire next. Yes, please.
I do. And I got a guy because the opposite end, I already talked about him earlier, and y'all heard that one. So I'm going to do this end. Bo Nix. Let's give him his credit, man. I've been talking about the Broncos all year. They got a good defense. Mind you, PS2 did go down, and they still performed. Not that the Dax offense could do much, but Bo Nix was 19 for 29, absolutely on fire, 200 and almost 250 in yards, 4 TDs. Yes, it is against the Cowboys, but you're not going to get punished for doing what is expected, right? We all know the Cowboys, they're going to give up major numbers to quarterbacks, but to actually go out there and do it, it's actually a little bit pressure on QBs now. Like every other quarterback throwing 4 against Dallas. If you don't, you're not as good as everybody else. But, I mean, analysts even in the game, and mind you, the Bo Nix has gotten shit all year long. They're picking apart Bo Nix's game because they see it, but they just, I don't know, something about him people want to, just pick on. So he connected on the big plays, big time drop, could have been 5 touchdowns. Sutton had a drop. But, man, he has good rhythm. You're starting to see that Sean Payton rhythm of the offense. They look sharp, man. Nix even said, and he's been crucial on his team and himself. He finally did say overall it was a really good performance by us. So analysts giving him an A- for the game is huge. They're pretty tough on that. You can knock his interception, whatever. He's a gunslinger. He's going to cut those down. He throws the ball enough to where that's going to happen. Big plays on the ground. Dude's on fire. Give him his credit. Cowboys are not. You lit it up, Bo. You lit it up.
Why'd you have to end with the Cowboys or not? That seemed like a personal shot for no reason.
Sorry, at this
you were taking shots at the Niners all show. So
I don't know the numbers, bro, but QBs against the Cowboys, it has to be an outrageous.
Light it up.
Yeah. If you want to have a career day, just schedule the Cowboys. And
they're gasoline. They're gasoline for our on fire segment. That's literally what it is. Just provide a spark and.
Russell Wilson had 450 yards. I'll never forget that.
Jay Daniels the only one that didn't have a good game against him. He's the only one. Jay Daniels the only one.
Yep.
And he's hurt, banged up.
He's hurt
for sure.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is coming into his own, and with Sean Payton, I think we're only going to see better and better and better Bo Nix. Wow, he looks even better to me than he did last year from a mechanic standpoint. How he's carrying himself in and out of the huddle,
hard to do,
changing plays with the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he's doing a lot. How much are you enjoying Bo Nix, Brandon?
I like him. I like his grit. I like the fact that he's not afraid to express himself when he feels he's in the right, and Coach Payton may see a different thing. And that's leadership right there. Some people say, "Oh, he's disrespecting the coach." Just no, this guy wants to win. This guy's hungry. He's seen the greats perform. He's seen the John Elways. He's seen the Peyton Mannings. He understands that position in that franchise, and he holds it to a high regard. You can tell he carries himself like, I want to be the guy. I am the guy. It's just how he carries himself. I like it, man. I like his grit. He's a fiery dude. He's sharp. He can run. He can run.
He can run. He's very athletic. You don't play at Oregon.
He needs to use his legs more.
Yeah. You're probably right on that. Although, you know how my feeling is.
It's the Cowboys. You don't have to use your legs. You'll be right.
If you don't need to use them. Hey, here's another guy that has been on fire just about all season long. Got a bad rep in New York. I always thought he was a good quarterback. Brandon, you can vouch for that. We've been talking about him for a while. Finally gets into a good situation. So this backs up what I've always said. Situation matters for quarterbacks more than anyone. Daniel Jones, 21 for 29, 272, 3 touchdowns. Granted, it was against the Titans. And like you said, Lo, that's what you're supposed to do. It was a home game. They're 7-1. They are well on top of their division. We're going to see the Colts in the playoffs this year. By the way, his QBR or his passer rating was 135. Daniel Jones is who he was always supposed to be. Now that he's in Indy, and I don't think anything is slowing him down. He's been amazing. I'm loving what I'm watching with the Colts, and some of the catches made by Michael Pittman were absolutely out of this world.
He's got weapons, man.
Those receivers are happy. Richardson was not the move. Daniel Jones, I think, is probably going to get some type of extension or bigger contract.
Yes.
It's a perfect fit for him. He's a Duke guy. Lots of football, and he is smart.
Super
So
smart.
you're giving him the arguably a rise to fame and best MVP running back. Like he's done it. He's been there. He's been in talks. I mean, dude, they're running wild. And what a better place. I feel like they do deserve it because Andrew Luck, that was hard. And I don't know. I'm happy for him.
Listen, I like Indiana Jones, man. I feel that run game and the offensive line has really helped him develop, and he doesn't have to do too much considering where he was at with New York. I just think the media kind of drove the narrative a little crazy, and they're always pressing up there in New York. But in Indianapolis, man, it's quiet. You know, their fans are very passionate, but he also understands the offense in its entirety, and he just delivers the mail. He doesn't try to do anything fancy. We don't see this wild stallion that we used to see in New York. It's just like, hey, man, he's the mailman, and he's just delivering the mail all day. But it does help that he has an MVP candidate in Jonathan Taylor, who's rushing, for 3 touchdowns a game. And so when that happens, it opens up everything. And so kudos to Indiana Jones for just guiding the ship, but also leading them boys the right way. You get to see a little bit of his personality. So just being away from that limelight, even on the mic'd up session, like, oh, man, this dude's one of the bros. Like, he's just one of the boys. Yeah. And so you can just tell how he is. I like that.
You did say top down earlier, and everyone gave the lady shit for being on the sideline and being involved. She's been involved, and she's knows what she's looking for. And man, Colts, keep doing your thing. And I would say it's crazy in week 9. We will see the Colts in the playoffs.
Am I crazy to think they can go to the Super Bowl?
No,
a little. They're in the
AFC. The AFC is a little weak, man.
Here's the crazy thing, though.
If it runs through Lucas Oil, that could be a problem.
And here's the crazy thing: who has a better record in the AFC right now than the Colts? I'll tell you, nobody has a better record than the Colts. And everyone's got to catch up. Even the Chiefs have to catch up. Now the Chiefs look extremely dangerous. Right, last night, Patty Mahomes looks like Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, the first half didn't really go his way, but again, you had an interception, but then you had an interception off of Travis Kelce's hands, right, which was really, really bad. But the Chiefs look dangerous, but I don't know if they can be as dangerous in Lucas Oil. It's a different environment in that stadium, and Daniel Jones plays lights out in that field.
One thing that travels, run game and defense.
It's true.
In the playoffs, and they can do both at a high level.
Yeah,
they know how to compete. They've been in close games and they've won them. So
yeah, what worries me about the Colts, the only thing is being places you haven't been in a while.
That's true.
Playoffs is a different monster. Patrick is the first one to say, I don't need a run game. I got a really good defense, and his 1 yard, 2 yard dishes and under that serves as a run game.
But another run game.
It's hard to play on the road, so win that division. And man, how are they not making it easy on him? Trevor, where you at? Jags, where you at? Texans, way to beat the Niners, but where you at? Yeah. Like, what is going on? That division, I don't think we were picking the Colts at the beginning of the year, but, I mean, we're screaming it now. So
they looked like a mess in the beginning, at least in preseason. They didn't know what they wanted to do with quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson, Mr. Tap Out, couldn't stay healthy. And Daniel Jones went in and took the reins. So, it was great to see. We've got 2 more guys on fire that we got to talk about. Yeah.
Speaking of staying healthy, man, I know I've been kind of into.
You've been rough.
I have.
You've been rough on this guy.
But let me give him some credit, man. When he stands in there and has time to deliver the ball, they changed their offense. First of all 3 running backs ran, right? So if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, maybe you will now. A-Chain caught more passes than this week. He still had his normal carries, but Ollie Gordon, Jalen Wright, they all ran the ball. The Dolphins' offense looked better. I kind of said that they would kind of win this game. Obviously, you're down Penix, but Tua, man, 20 for 26, only 205, but that's a Tua game. 4 tutties. He put up 4. More importantly, the best stat line all, 0 picks. Jalen Waddle burned off. This is what I was talking about when I said the Dolphins could be better without Tyreek. Everything looks so fluid. They delivered the ball where they're supposed to. There's no pressure to get Tyreek the ball. Keep Tua healthy. As long as he's not throwing up gang signs, we're good to go, man. Tua, congrats. You're on fire this week. I hope I can say it again. Stay healthy. Have fun. Wear the visor again. Even if it was for cosmetics. Apparently he didn't want someone to see like an eye issue he was having, but the visor looked cool, so Lefty was slinging it. Shout out to Tua.
Yeah,
I think it's
Lefty
the
looked
first time
good,
we've
man.
talked good about Tua all season. Go ahead, Brandon.
Maybe because of lefties on here now. So now it's
That's
time to
what it
show the
was.
lefties a little
Yeah.
bit. But
He
I
showed
thought
up for you.
I know I thought TT was extremely efficient despite his emotional maturity during press conferences. Some of the stuff he says, I'm just like, what are you doing? But I thought this was a good game for him. It's indoors, right? So I'm not, I'm not putting too much stock into this, but you really got to see Jaden Waddle really open up a little bit. And we haven't seen that since his Alabama days or his rookie days, right? So they still have weapons. They still have speed. The emergence of Ollie Gordon is really going to help that run game, especially take some touches away from Achane, let him play out in space a little bit more, only being like 185 pounds. But I thought it was precise, efficient, and that's all I got to say. Just keep it up, man.
All those words that you just said, man, roll into your next guy.
Yeah, we got one more award for On Fire, and this was the game that Brandon almost forgot was on, but then turned it on and has said this is the changing of the guard.
Changing of the guard. There's a new franchise quarterback in Green Bay, and it's Jordan
Love. Stamp now. Yeah, it's a stamp.
The dude completed, what was he, 20 straight completions?
Yeah.
I mean, playing in Heinz Stadium, that is not an easy stadium to play. I don't care if they're old as shit. It doesn't matter, right? The fact that he's playing still against all pros, former all pros, and still managing to get it done in high stress situations, I think that helped. Was the run game there the entire time? Not really. So he really put it on his back. Christian Watson finally came back after an ACL tear week 18. These guys are just young and hungry, man. And if they can stay consistent and keep the foot on the gas, they control their destiny.
Against his mentor, man. That's massive.
That's massive, man.
Yeah, man.
You could tell he really wanted to prove it. They didn't talk all week, but they talk all the time during the week. So you could tell Jordan Love was like, man, this is my moment. This is my moment. Even though Rodgers played Rodgers football.
Get it, J Love.
We got to give props. We got to give props. Now, how can we build on that moving forward?
Let's not. We've talked about the fact.
Let's build on that because he can be inconsistent. Let's build on that. Let's build on that. Let's hit that game. I think that's the best performance he's had all year. He had the third best QB rating this week. How can he build on it? That's what I'm
end up. So pretty much, J Love, you pressure's on you now. Don't end up in our next segment, which is
just stay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the next one. This is where we burn quarterbacks up. We throw them right into the garbage juice. That can is waiting because there's some guys that have permanent residence, right? And so we don't name them every single week. Some guys get a reprieve, and I'll tell you what, we don't just throw anybody in here. You got to be really bad to go into the garbage juice. I'm going to let you start, Lo, because I know you got a guy that you want to throw right in there. You kind of started earlier, so why don't you go and finish the job?
I did. So he kind of hides. This guy's a hider, but you couldn't hide from the QB Huddle podcast this week, okay? Lefty, sorry, you had a good one. Here's the bad one. Mr. Dylan Gabriel, you're not a genius that you think. You had 2 buddies, that's cool, but you were masked by Myles Garrett. You let the top headline for Cleveland be Myles Garrett. You're hiding. Shador needs to play. Your 2 picks are terrible. You only had $150 in the air on 21 completions. Push the ball. You named it earlier. They got weapons. Judy.
They got weapons.
All these guys that are there. You're not using them. So come on, let's see Shador. And we're one step closer, and we're there because Dylan Gabriel, you are in the garbage juice this week. I hope you can get out. But if the right hand doesn't work as good as the left, you're going to be stuck there for a little while. And I hope to see Shador. The Shador chance can start from in here. He may not hear him because he's at the bottom of the barrel. You're in the garbage juice, Dylan Gabriel. Sorry, hate to do it to you, but I don't hate it.
Get him in there. He doesn't even take up a lot of room because he's such a little guy. Brandon, anything to add to pile on here? The Dylan Gabriel going into the garbage juice.
Listen, man, it's unfortunate for him. The young bull's still trying to grow. I feel like we put a lot of pressure on this kid. He's a 3rd round pick, and so he's gonna go through his growing pains. I feel this is a typical rookie game, right? It wasn't too. I mean, it wasn't like, damn, can he complete a pass? I mean, he completed a lot, right? He threw a couple touchdowns. He's got his tight ends involved, which I always say, hey, if your tight end is your best friend, a big one. He's got 2 of them, and so Yeah, he didn't do very well. He had a 18 QBR rating. You know, he's got to find a way to get these guys the ball.
Not for the lack of effort.
Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
Effort still can land you in the garbage juice, just saying.
Yeah, use your legs, man. Use your legs. Use your legs more, right? You know, this, especially with shorter quarterbacks, we all know, man, you only see it 70% of the time. Half the time you're throwing blind into windows, anticipating it. So
you're letting all lefties down, Dylan.
Letting it go.
All right.
You're letting the lefties down.
I'll say this. I don't
Not just the lefties, the shorties.
I don't like to usually put in rookies into garbage juice. But I put Dylan in because it reminds me of the old when you were a kid, right? You're going on a road trip and you're in the back of the seat and you're like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm with Dylan Gabriel. I'm kind of like, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? He never should have been a third round pick, in my opinion. Probably swap Shador and Gabriel. Maybe Shador should have been the third and Gabriel should have been a
more
fifth,
sense,
but not in Cleveland, right? You don't Cleveland. Here's a rule of thumb. You don't draft two quarterbacks in the same draft. Right? Unless one's going to be your starter, clear cut, and one's going to be your backup, clear cut. Just my opinion.
Before you move on, too.
Know that much.
Before you move on, Nuhi, you got some, man, I love your words today, bro. Welcome back. Your words on Dylan Gabriel being a typical rookie in performance is right on the money. My issue is there's a not so typical quarterback right behind him. Let that man get some burn.
At least let him practice.
Regardless, he's not your typical rookie. We can say that on the field or off the field. He's not your typical rookie. Let's see him.
He gets on the field, he's going to be your typical rookie.
Got to show me. Can't say that till everyone's getting opportunities.
I know.
He just walked out with some garbage men and Amazon drivers and threw 3 TDs in his first game.
There's another guy on here too, Tim. Who
there
is it?
Come on. And to be fair, Dylan Gabriel will never be able to win in Cleveland as long as Shador's on the roster. Okay, let's just be fair. No one will ever want him to be successful there. Thank you. Dak Prescott's
got to go. Yeah,
Dak Prescott is in the damn garbage.
Get in here, man.
Let me tell you why.
In here.
I know our defense is terrible, Cowboy fans. So before you come for me, look at this performance. 19 for 31, 188. You know who threw for 188 a couple weeks ago? Was Matthew Stafford. You know what else he threw? 5 touchdowns with that 188. You know who threw for 188 and 4 touchdowns? That was Jalen Hurts. That's fantastic. You know what's not good? 188 yards and 2 interceptions. No touchdowns. That's not good.
No,
by the way, his passer rating, 51.5. I am positive that either one of you could go into a game today and have a better passer rating than 51.5. I'm positive. That was a prime time.
I know you love us. That ain't true, brother. We'll probably throw 8 picks in that game.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to give you some love, bro. Look, anytime the Cowboys play on prime time, this is the Dak Prescott that we can expect. And that's not me hating on Dak. That's a fact. Go look it up. Go look up the past numbers on prime time. His eyes get big. The moment's too big. The dude is not a winner. Let's be fair. He's not a winner. He's playing like an MVP. Yeah, the numbers say that. But 3 wins tell me he's not a winner. And he's not playing like an MVP.
His passer rating's lower than his salary.
Just saying. Right? Golly. You're getting paid more than any other player in the entire NFL. Play like it. One time. Not against the Giants. Not against the Commanders. Against a team that's plus 500, not in your division. That's what I want to see. And I've yet to see it. So come for me if you want to. The Mike Larrys of the world, come for me. But you won't come on this show because I will bury you because you're wrong. Dak Prescott's never going to take us to a Super Bowl. He's not good in primetime games. He's not good against plus 500 teams. That's been the deal since the beginning.
All right. Okay. Well, accountability. Yes.
Well, you said a lot for all of us. So we're just gonna let him bask in that. Kobe, you gotta prove it. Prove it.
We got one more down there with
us. Hey, you know what? There's another guy. There's one more guy in here. There's one more. And Brandon, I know you and I have watched this kid since high school. And now he plays in New Orleans. However, as of today, this kid's no longer a starter. And you know why?
I'm not even gonna say his name. I'm not even going to say his name. I'm going to just say that whole damn Saints QB room. 59 rating between the both of them.
I was just about to say.
The offense has toys everywhere, right? But they got to solve the Rubik's Cube, man. You got a great offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore. Dak has succeeded with Kellen Moore. Jalen Hurts has succeeded with Kellen Moore. Kenny Pickett has succeeded with Kellen Moore. Come on, fellas. We got weapons. We just got to make it happen. That's all I got to say. I mean, it's pathetic. It does not look good at all. And it makes Kellen Moore look like he's trash as a coordinator, and he's not. We all know that.
I'm a play on words kind of guy. I like to be punny. Spencer Rattler starts with an S. Tyler Show ends with an S. But there is no S in the Saints' name right now. They are the Aints until they find a quarterback.
Okay. Well, we do see Tyler moving forward because Spencer Rattler has been sent to the bench. Brandon Newey, do you have to leave us, or are you here for Brady Moment?
I have to leave you guys. I truly appreciate you guys having me back on. I look forward to being back on on many shows. So
we'll see how the ratings. We'll see how the ratings come in for this show. We'll see how quickly we invite you back. We'll be on the phone with your agent tomorrow morning. But we hope to see you next Tuesday, Brandon, or even on some Sundays. We know you're busy. We appreciate you donning us with your presence, Mr. Newey.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me. Much love.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Go Niners.
Oh, he had to leave. Yep, he had to do it.
I love the clap.
All right.
I love the clap. All right. We're going to get into this, Lo. I'm going to let you kind of break this down a little bit for us. This is our last award given. This is Brady Moment. Now, this isn't a true in the spirit of Brady Moment, but this guy's been going through it this year, and they get their first win of the year, and it was really on the final drive. I hand over the stage to you, my friend.
Yeah, I want you to talk about the drive if you can, but I do want to say some things, okay? This is one of those moments where I want to be a little vulnerable as well because, Justin Fields, you were vulnerable, and that's what I've been looking for. You have the Brady Moment this week because you went through it on the week. You said you were on the closet floor crying, just praying for some clarity. That's all I've been asking for. That's all I've been asking for. It doesn't look like you wanted to be in the NFL. It doesn't look like you want to win. It just looks a lot, like too calm, cool, and collective. And no, we need some emotion, man. And you showed it, and it worked, and you got yourself a 1-point win against a tough, emerging, hyped up Joe Flacco with his real best duo of receivers in the NFL. And you pulled it out, Justin. I mean, it wasn't the greatest day on the ground or in the air, but you put up 39 points, enough to get a win. Tim, if you could walk us through it, like I said, I just want to let him know it's hard to be a quarterback, and me and you aren't really, if he sees this, that'd be great if he sees it. But that's what the world wanted. That's what the world wanted. We got to see vulnerability from this QB, which we have never seen in the NFL, in my opinion. He's always, woe is me, right? And he owned it. He owned it, and much kudos to him to do it at the highest stage possible. And you deserved that win this week. You deserved it.
Absolutely, and this isn't even about the final drive. The final drive was great. Under 2 minutes, Justin did some things. Breece Hall obviously throws the winning touchdown pass there at the end on a little trick play. This is about the perseverance of Justin Fields. And the Bears fan in me was very happy for him. He was 21 for 32, 244. Played his best game of the season. Had the ball in his hands on the final drive. Was able to drive them down in position down at, I think it was like the 4. And Breece Hall throws the winning touchdown pass. They beat the Bengals. Granted, the Bengals defense isn't very good, but the Bengals offense has shown promise over the last 2 weeks with Joe Flacco, and they're coming off a big win, right? They're trying to get back into the playoff race for when Joe Burrow comes back, the real Joe comes back. And the Jets 0-7, man, they needed something. And Justin Fields goes out there and wills that team to a win. He played great all day. And then the press conference just kind of broke my heart hearing what he's been going through. And so that's why, Justin Fields, you get Brady Moment, because only Tom Brady could persevere through that sort of adversity and win a game he was never supposed to win. So congratulations to Justin Fields. You are our big winner this week, and couldn't be happier for him. The Jets are still going to jet the rest of the year, but
absolutely. But at least you got one win, and it feels good knowing that there's something to at least build on and start from. I think he won the locker room back because he definitely lost it. Rally behind it. I think Aaron Glenn, this is big for him too. Big win. So I don't know, man. I hate to say it, and they're in the division, but I know they're not going to do anything. So I'm proud of you, Jets.
There you go. I'm proud of you, little guys. You did so good. You can tell they are no threat to the Patriots in the AFC East this year. Well, that'll pretty much do it for us today. We've had a great time. Like I said, keep in touch with us because we do have some big things happening, which is exciting. We have some meetings this week that could turn into some bigger things. Follow Low at Fourth and Low. Follow Brandon at B Nui on TikTok. Follow me at Tim Jitsu. Make sure you subscribe and like this on YouTube or Facebook so you can make sure you get all the content. We'll see you Sunday morning live as usual, either in studio or like we are right here. Not sure which one yet, but we will see you Sunday morning for NFL pregame. Lo, any final thoughts before we let the people go?
No, man, great show. Shout out to Nui for joining us. And yeah, man, just we're partnering. We're branching out. There's a lot of things that we have good coming. So yeah, tune in. As always, too. Got my own in Denver's. Follow Connolly County Crash on Facebook. Big news coming out of there always. It's off season, so much to chatter. We got real football going on. But when this all comes to a sad end, there is football in the spring. We try to continue it there. So, yeah, man, catch us on Sunday. Tim, I'm sure I'll hear from you before then. But
yeah, well, the Crash have a big game on Saturday, and the Crash have some big announcements to make this week, and I'll leave it at that. And we'll see what the fallout is next week after the
absolutely
and the game has been played. So we will see you all Sunday. Until then, keep those chains moving, folks. Have a great week.